Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. In today's episode, we've got a couple of introductions to make, namely our newest Hellion, Quinn, and our newest Arbalest, Mako? Let me know, buddy, in a comment. Is that a long A or a short A? I don't know, you're a panda person. I can see it in my head, but I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name. Oh well. We've got a number of our characters sort of de-stressing after that last run. I've also got Dismas in the Sanitarium, just taking off one of his negative quirks. I figure he's going to be maxing and relaxing for a little while other characters catch up to him at level 2, so we might as well get the most out of his idle time. And finally, we're looking at the last area to get up to level 1 so that it could start to spawn some medium and longer missions, and that's going to be the Warrens. I'm not a huge fan of the Warrens, mostly because of the propensity to come out of there with some kind of disease. It's not my favorite place. I don't like being vomited on by pigs, but it'll be okay. We'll pick up some sturdy greaves for our trouble, which are not too bad. They basically enhance the Bola skill, and that's really about it. The move resist is nice on a character that is so dependent on being at the back of the party, though, so can't really complain there. For our party members that are going out today, I did go ahead and throw Dazzling Charm onto Quinn. That'll make her Barbaric Yop that much more powerful. And that's it. Distributed some other trinkets on some other characters, but they're not going to be joining us this week, so we'll see those later. And instead, let's pop into our provisioning screen. We're getting a free bandage, probably courtesy of the Arbalest, if I had to guess. Short mission, so let's do one full stack of those, and like, why not? There's a couple of curios actually in the Warrens that need those, so I figure it's worthwhile. 2 shovels might be overkill, but it'll be fine. Let's bring like 1 anti-venom, 1 medicinal herb, maybe 2. You know, the medicinal herbs would be actually really great for an item for the Hellion to pack. Not quite sure what the story significance would be to that, but her own skills debuff her quite a bit, and having some medicinal herbs may help us out there. Yeah, and I think I'm pretty okay with that. A little bit of light provisioning, or at least light for my sake. That's probably more provisioning than most would bring along, but from where I'm sitting, I think that's pretty light provisioning. Blatantly damage, ignore enemy protection. Good thing to note, of course. We already know that, but you know, I like any game that takes its loading screen and adds like tips to it. Totally okay in my book.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
And we do come in with a couple of areas already scouted. Almost 100% certain that didn't used to be possible, and that is like a recent change. So we know we've got to go to this room. If I go all the way up and around, that'll be relatively late. But I don't want to miss this hallway with 2 curios in it. Tell you what, let's go this way first. Hope that the trap is something we can manage. We don't really have a trap disarmer, but Quinn comes through in the clutch. Awesome. This is a full party of level 0 characters, so we are starting out with a little bit of stress already. Nothing we can't handle, though. Ton of food. Wow. That's basically going to take care of any healing trouble that we might have had. Although between the Arbalest and the Vestal, I think our healing was already mostly covered. Oh, and pig vomit. Of course. The thing that I dislike about coming to the Warrens is the very first thing we encounter when we get here. Wow, that is a load of stress that we have already received. Apparently the enemy decided to all go ahead of us. You know what? We're gonna be here long enough. Let's do a little marking and reposting, and then try to sort like this guy out ASAP. Butcher's Cut's not too bad. Even with the tad bit of bleed, I think she'll be okay. Let's see, we can do 2 to 5 with that. We could do 1 to 3, but potentially stun there. Let's try a stun. Oh, wow. I never noticed Dazzling Light doesn't hit the back. Okay, well, let's not do a stun. Let's do... Let's do a stun here. Miss it. Okay. And kill that guy.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
An opening stun would have been awfully nice, not gonna lie. We do have our riposte ready. Of course, apparently the stressful incantation can completely ignore those, while your stress is not looking too terribly hot. That was a good hit, though. Huh.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Oh. Owie. I'm not okay with that. Tell you what, let's do the breakthrough.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Get 1 kill out of it and just the tiniest bit of damage on him. And then you need to be concerned with healing yourself, little lady. Actually, I probably should have taken the time to bandage there. Our first combat is honestly not working out as well as I would normally hope. I really wish the Hellion was right there still, as that would have allowed her to break through this turn. That critical heal is actually pretty nice, though. Let's think about this. We could bolster. We could command. Or we could retribution. I'm actually going to bolster, and I'm going to try to get maybe an opportunity to act sooner next turn than I'm getting right now, considering that needed to happen. And then we can get a little bit of bleed on you. Okay. Not bad. Let's see here. You just keep healing? I kind of feel like you just keep healing. Although with the amount of stress that you've taken... Let's try to get the stuns out this turn. Thank you. Maybe get a little bit ahead of these guys. Alright. A free turn is always welcome. Wow, you're taking a lot of bleed damage. Okay. Might be able to smash her. Fail to do so. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Just go for the kill.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And 1v4, we've got a little bit of a speed buff. I think we should be able to take this guy out without too much trouble. Down to 6, and you're taking 2 per round. Let's see if we could get another stun on him. We do. The added time to spread a little bit of love when it comes to these heals, I feel like is worthwhile. Let our Arbalist toss out some bandages as well. Let's go there. Crit for 4. Beautiful. 20% heal received. Let our Vestal do a heal on him this turn. Bolster. Lovely. And the next character who can... We'll probably just kill him. So our Hellion will take the final blow. Oh man. Did not expect him to go first. Good dodge though. He's speed 3, speed 6. He still went before us.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Not super excited by that initiative roll, won't lie. Wasn't super concerned considering that food haul that we got earlier allows us to just kind of do that and get all of our characters back into fighting shape without too much trouble. Taking compartment, some deeds. I love me some deeds. Was really kind of hoping this was going to be an empty room and we could ignore it. But oh well. Let's go with the damage up for Raging Potato here. Thought being any Any damage increase on the Man-at-Arms means... Oh, I just walked right into that, didn't I? I'm an idiot. Wow, that was a lot of stress. Any damage up on our Man-at-Arms means that his retribution is that much more powerful. Alright. I get the feeling...
Unnerved, unbalanced.
that Mako is going to become hopeless. Yep, yep. I'm sorry, Mako. It was a little bit my fault. I definitely could have been more diligent with the trap that we walked you into. I did not mean to. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay. Early bleed on him is good. He will die on his own. Oh, and you got syphilis. You got syphilis from a pig man. That's terrible. Let's go with the party heal. Oh, don't play with the pigmen. They'll give you syphilis every time. Alright. And since I already talked about it, let's just go ahead and get him marked and reposting, what with his plus 30% damage increase. At least I can decide how I am to die, she says as she slits her own throat. Oh, he dodged it. I was mostly hoping to hit him.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
And we, of course, have no bandages. Because we didn't super Reddit math style over provision. Okay. Well, that's fine. Riposte is still active. Let's do this. We'll remark ourselves. He'll die from the bleed. Drums of Doom. Yeah, yeah. Not the worst Drums of Doom it could have been, though. And we're getting some good damage all over the place there. Does that not do... Huh. I swore that added protection. But apparently I am very incorrect. And if that gets bleed, it does not. Ugh. Okay. Well, everyone is bleeding. That's unfortunate. Why don't we go ahead and kill you
as the enemy crumbles.
Plus some torchlight. And then I'd say it's probably important we actually start killing some of these guys, right? Yeah, everything is running red. It's okay. It's okay. Use your stunning trinket and get a free turn on these guys. Another party heal on everyone except for you. It's alright. We'll save it for a better soldier. 6 across the party's not too bad. Basically assuages the constant damage we are currently taking from bleed. 2 and 19. Okay. Ugh. Such low damage rolls on this guy. I know he's got 15% protection, but come on, it's 15%. Should not really be impacting all that much, and yet it is. Is this the stun, which is good? Ooh, poor miss. Okay. Just restun these guys. Take another free turn. And... You know what, we can kill you.
Well struck.
And activate our marked and reposting. I'm okay with that. Am I still just a runaway? You weren't a runaway. We got the whole Arbalest story. Your father was attacked by an angry mob, and you like escaped with a tiny, adorable crossbow. I remember. I saw it. Okay. Let's see if we can't get rid of this guy. Jeez. He is way too good at avoiding our kills. Okay. Probably still gonna do some more healing here. Fortunately, the plus 20% heals received is not doing much for us when our healing numbers are so low early on in the game. That is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, jeez. Body's limit. Heart attacks. Yep. Stress can continue to build past the point of affliction. If we hit 200, she is a goner. Something to be keeping in mind. Tell you what, let's just go ahead and bolster so we can get out one more heal. Like, right here? 3? I mean, it's something, right? Certainly something. Oh no! Stalling penalties. Nah. Something to keep in mind. Obviously. I accept that. I was, in fact, stalling. Jeez.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Well, that's pretty okay. We managed to complete our dungeon run super early on. Now, the... let's see, this is the makeshift dining table. If I have medicinal herbs, it's pretty awesome. Otherwise, it's potentially loot. It's potentially a disease. Mako, you're already gonna be getting your disease treated, so I figured why not? You've already gotten your hands dirty. Why not just get them dirtier? Hey, Quinn has really been coming through on those trap disarms, even though it is not her primary job. I'm pretty excited about all that. And with all the food that we've got, that actually makes healing up pretty easy. How did it come to this? That is an excellent question. I'm going to backtrack to the starting room just so that I can grab the 2 curios in this hallway. And then we'll circle around. Ugh. Okay. Of course, after I've eaten all my food. That would be a good time for a hunger event. I totally deserve that. But some loot sacks might just mean the difference. I'm not going to completely douse my torch, considering I assume there are going to be some hallway fights here. Let's let Kleinrate check this out. Forever change the hero. Manslayer. Ooh. Manslayer, clutch hitter, and wheel tactician. Alright. I'm digging it. We know the room is going to be clear. Maybe should have torched up for the scouting chance.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Seriously, woman, you have walked into all of those. And I can't quit out. Let's just take the damage there.
No force of will can overcome a failing body.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. We're gonna need to de-stress basically our entire party anyway. I also might want to be considering getting out of here just for the sake of Mako not having a heart attack. That actually seems like a pretty worthwhile strategy, all things considered. Stash heirlooms and a hellstone. Oh, she's only got 31 stress until it heart attacks her. I tell you what, let's push our luck. Famous last words, I know. But I do think it is necessary for us to be sort of wringing every last drop of...
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Every last drop of heirlooms out of some of these early dungeons, I think it's worth it. Especially if this guy can die really quickly. I resisted that, huh? What about this? Nice, did get the stun.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
And abusive. You offend my ears and my eyes. Okay, okay. She's easily offended. It's fine. Another uppercut slice. Just switching back and forth all over the place. Just one more shot. Exactly. Oh, that was amazing. That was pretty much exactly what I would have done with her anyway. So I'm pretty okay with the way that that went down. Alright, 8 there. Let's just do that again, please. Thank you. We hold as one and strike as one. Look at you. Raging Potatoes got inspiring quotes for days. Barely crank my weapon. Uh-oh. Alright, you know, it happens to everybody. They have pills for that now, but it's fine. Impressive, but the Sacred Fire grants superior power. Okay, well, let's see some of that superior...
Despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Some of that superior power. That actually did work out pretty well. And there we go.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
And nobody's dead yet. We actually do know that we've got no more room battles. So we got 2 hallways coming up. That is the most danger presented to us. This should be a pretty easy fight. What are you gonna do to yourself? Oh, just inflict stress everywhere. Okay. You know what? Let's do a little bit of healing across the party. Oh, that's pretty bad. Yep. That is actually particularly bad. Let's see if we can't... Breakthrough could do 3 to 6, which is not enough. I should try for that. Get the bleed, but not enough to kill. Let Retribution handle it. And then Mako, if you would not mind cooperating here so that we could bandage her off of Death's Door, that is wonderful. Good miss. Not a good miss. We're about to be back on Death's Door. It's fine, though. The Battlefield Bandage did its job. Kept her alive for a turn. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's good. It's been a roller coaster. This was supposed to be such a simple fight.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay. Still pushing forward with a lack of food.
The light, the promise of safety.
But we have the light to protect us. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, we know this is going to be an empty room. The scout would be helpful. And... tells us there's one more room, or one more hallway battle, and then a curio. Alright. Torch all the way up.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. Okay. Lots and lots of stress. Good. Early bleed on her. Let's think about this. Let's go... stun here. Good. No, not so good. I was hoping to act before that guy. Didn't manage to pull it off, though. No, Mako! You're gonna kill yourself. That's terrible.
Many fall in the face of chaos, but not this one. Not today.
Well, Mako, Quinn, welcome to the gang. Quinn, of course, decided to become Stalwart. That was just so unfortunate. I hate how that interacts sometimes, as to which it decides to do first, right? Like, oh man. If it had inflicted the stress before it inflicted the damage, she'd be alive, but it inflicted the damage, took her to Death's Door, and then inflicted enough stress to send her to 200. Oh man. Only a handful of weeks in, we're dying on short level 1 missions. doesn't bode well, as it is one of only 10 deaths that we can afford in New Game Plus. Oh man. Clearly, no one else to blame but myself, pushing our party further than it could afford to go. Oh, but these guys are going to easily die.
It is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And man, and Mako, you just had to take your own life, right? Oh, I know it was bad, but I didn't think it was that bad. Oh man. Okay. Well, this guy's gonna easily die to someone going first. Yeah. Shame to be in your presence. It's okay, she's stalwart. She doesn't care what you say about her. Oh, well, the miss is a little bit troubling. Let's just do that for the kill.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh, and pile of bones. We'll consecrate it with some holy water. And it gave us another 1,000 gold. At least we know the cost of an Arbalest life. 1,000 gold. Oh, rough.
Some
rough.
experiments should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
Sure am glad that we have these sturdy greaves now. Alright. Not a bad haul as far as like a decent just spread of collected heirlooms. And 8,500 gold. Like that's totally doable. Nobody gained any new quirks. That's kind of interesting, especially considering one of our characters became abusive and another hopeless, but and another stalwart. Like none of that gave anything. Really wish that was a little bit more than just a completely random, and maybe the actions of the dungeon actually had bearing
You
on it.
answered the letter. Now, like me, you are a part of this place.
Oh boy. Okay. And of course, left many a swine slain in the bloody warrens. And of course, left one of their own. Oh boy. Hey, Patrick finally came back from his like month-long bender. That is certainly something. Dismas had treatment to remove soft. I love how, like, I think the traditional wisdom is that the tavern is a little bit more dangerous to relieve stress in. So, of course, I sent one character to the brothel, another to the gambling hall. They both came back totally fine. And yet, the one character that I sent to go just pray generously donated 1,000 gold. Also, I'm noticing... I guess the Savage Beat only had 65 stress. No. That is strange. Anybody that cares to enlighten me here? So Rhapsody recovered 69 stress off of gambling, and that's as much as she had. The Savage Beat only got 65 from the brothel, which is the more expensive stress relief. But he had masochistic going in. Is that why it reduced less? Or is it because Rhapsody has Gambler? Does it reduce more for her? I'm not sure what the answer to that question is. Well, was not expecting this this week, and am sad and yet somewhat looking forward to the answer here. Who is going to arrive on the stagecoach? Was assuming that our roster was going to be full and we were not going to be upgrading it, but alas, we had an opening, as it were. So let's see here. Sort by class. We've got all of these classes already. We've got 2 Hellions. Quick Draw, Ruins Adventurer, Calm. Bad Gambler, Deadly. Deadly's quite good. Last Gasp, Unholy Hater, Sadomania. Precise Striker. That's very good. So is Warrior of Light. Do we really need a third Hellion, though? Probably not. Tell you what, since Dismas is our only Highwayman, why don't we pick up another Highwayman? Last Gasp is okay. Unholy Hater is okay. But he's got a good array of skills here. I'd probably rather have Open Vein than Wicked Slice. But Point Blank Pistol Shot, Duelist Advance, like those are totally normal skills that I would want pretty much a solid Highwayman to have. Maybe Grape Shot Blast would work in there better, like maybe instead of Pistol Shot. I don't know though, with the new plus damage for Marked, I haven't really seen how that plays out exactly. 85 and 5. And that's no longer the same damage. Pretty sure it used to be Open Vein was just as good, but did not have the crit modifier, but they've lowered its damage, or they've raised this damage, or I'm a crazy person and it's always been like that. You never know. But I do think that's who we're going to bring on board.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
Indeed they are. Alright guys, a little bit sad over the abrupt arrival and departure of Mako. Yeah, it's a little rough, not gonna lie. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more on the channel every day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos. And I will catch you guys next time.